What's up, everybody? It is early spring 2022. We finally got some warm days out here in the wilds of West Virginia, Western Maryland area. Hopefully going to find some really cool salamanders. I am putting together this video to showcase what I find here in the spring. As many species as I can, lungless, lungs, whatever, aquatic. And I am joined here by my wife and dog. So I am gonna drag them through this, and we are gonna see what we can find. Hopefully a lot of cool stuff, and I will be showcasing everything and explaining what everything is along the way. So let's get to it. So just want to show you some of this really cool habitat here. Check this out. Made it across. It's pretty sweet. It's awesome vivarium, paludarium. Just slight drips. I would have to try to really figure out how to do this so it doesn't get oversaturated. And you can see here liverworts growing right there, moss everywhere. You've got the ferns up here where there's a little more sun. Really cool habitat. So something people usually ask me is like kinds of mosses and stuff I use. Well, I want to show you something right here. So this stuff is like brook moss or fountain moss. I forget the actual scientific name, but it's it grows everywhere. And you take a little patch of this stuff and it can grow for really, it'll stays alive as long as there's water and the conditions are fresh. But this is a lot of the stuff I try to use in paludariums. The other thing I use a lot of, I might take a little piece of something like this. This is snakeskin liverwort, and I'll take this stuff and I'll use that, and it'll just expand quickly in my vivariums and paludariums and things like that. But this is the stuff that gives me inspiration. This is how I try to, if I find a salamander in a habitat like this, this is exactly what I try to replicate. I don't think I do that great of a job. I think I do a decent job, but as you can see, the real thing is so much cooler than a glass box. No, we've got it's pretty loud. Should be doing a voiceover here, but what I believe is a small green frog. It could be a baby something else, but I'm not sure, so I'm not looking for frogs. Pretty cool though. I just found this guy hiding under this rock. That means it's pretty warm out here. So yeah, pretty cool. An amphibian. Not an amphibian, but we got a reptile. I think it's like a garter snake, maybe a ribbon snake. I'm not a big reptile person, but I'm pretty sure this is a garter snake. Maybe about 1.5 feet, something like that. Not too big, but really cool animal. Cool to see him starting to come out. It's still pretty chilly out here. It's like maybe best case 60, so he's definitely trying to get some sun. So I'll leave him to it. I know this video is supposed to be about finding salamanders, but check this stuff out. Look at how green this moss is. I mean, look at that. How cool would this be in a paludarium? Just feeding here into this larger creek. It's just coming up, probably from the snow melt and stuff, but man, I mean, how cool is that? Talk about awesome inspiration. All right, so first flip of the day here. This to me looks to be a northern dusky or a mountain Allegheny dusky. There are not a ton of dusky salamanders here in Western Maryland. There's seal salamanders in the types I just mentioned. So it is one of the first two, I believe. I think it is a northern dusky. So this is something interesting. I thought it was a baby redback, but I found him over here in the water. So I believe this might be some kind of maybe a small baby dusky or something. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna put him back because he's really tiny. I mean, do a size comparison. Look at my finger. But really cool, pretty vibrant colors. I believe this is a baby Allegheny Dusky, to be honest, but I'm not 100%. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy back, and we'll keep looking. There's another small one right here. This again looks like a small mountain dusky, or Allegheny dusky, whatever you want to call them. It is a really cool little salamander, and let's go see what else. Alright, so let's take a look at what we've got here. This also looks like a northern dusky. At first I thought it was a seal salamander, but I don't believe it is. I'm pretty sure this is a northern dusky. Pretty big. Found him over in some muck on the side of this stream, as you can see there. He was in that stuff. Really cool animal, probably about 5.5, 6 inches, so pretty big. Let's go finding a ton of these guys. Let's keep looking. This is a seal salamander. Really like these. I've been finding a ton of them. They're really fast. Check this out. Really cool find. We have a spring salamander, northern spring salamander. Let's get him out without hurting him. I don't want to touch him too much. Let's see here. Give you guys a better look. My hands are wet, by the way, but I still don't like touching him. Such a cool animal. I have one of these. He's pretty big. Actually, I think it might be a she, but anyways, really awesome animals. They live here exactly where they're supposed to live, on the margins of streams. I was under this big guy here, this big rock. As you can see, he's trying to get out of there, so he's not wants to hide. So not surprising, but really cool find. These guys can get really big. This is definitely a small one. So you can always tell by the by their nose, by those little ridges on their nose, which I don't believe any other salamanders really have, at least brook salamanders. So anyways, really cool find. This is a small one, about 4 or 5 inches, and I'm gonna let him go here, and we're gonna move on. So lots of salamanders, mainly Desmognathus, which are like dusky salamanders. I must have found at least 50 different kinds, everything from seal salamanders to Allegheny and mountain dusky salamanders. They're everywhere. So I'm not going to show you every single one I catch. I can't get some of them. They're super slippery. But this is the kind of environment that they live in. As you can see, really beautiful area. Let me show you a little closer look here. As you can see, it's gorgeous here. I mean, it's amazing. There's, like I said, a lot of Desmognathus spring salamanders. I'm looking for some red salamanders. I have not found one yet, or long-tailed. So we'll see. I haven't even found any woodland salamanders yet either. So, but just want to show you some of this really cool habitat. I mean, it's super clean. A lot of great moss. A lot of just natural kind of springs coming out of the mountain that's flowing down to the larger stream. So let's see what else we can get. Oh, first redback salamander. I kicked this log over by accident, and this guy popped out. Pretty small. As you can see, come out here. These are totally terrestrial. They lay their eggs on land, and the larvae go through their larval stage in the egg, and then they come out like miniature adults. So I'm gonna put this person back here. Put this dude back, and that was a spider too, and go on my way. But yeah, first woodland salamander, really cool. Another cool spring salamander. Found him under here. This is a little bigger, maybe 5 inches, something like that. Really cool animals. They're just everywhere right now. Early spring. These juveniles are everywhere. So when I say juveniles, I mean they're an adult, but relatively small. So I was going to keep going and see what else to find. All right, so this is a mountain dusky again. They are all over the place. I must have caught 50 of these. Sorry for the poor quality of filming this. I shouldn't have filmed it vertically like this, but it's so hard to try to get these Desmognathus or these duskies. They're so slippery and so quick, and you have to, usually you're in the water when you find them, so I didn't want to fall in the water with everything. Unfortunately on this trip I did not find any long-tailed red salamanders, mud salamanders, or long, I found a couple 2-lines, but I didn't really film those. But I will have some more herping trips coming up soon for sure. Appreciate everyone taking the time to pop in and check this video out. I will definitely have some more salamander hunting videos later on this year. If you ever want to really see how good you are at finding salamanders and amphibians, bring your dog along. I will also have some great new DIY videos coming out for some new builds and some rebuilds, as well as some care guides. So definitely tune in for those. If you haven't subscribed, definitely check the channel out. And I really appreciate all the support, and I look forward to posting some more content for everyone. Have a great weekend.